Hello. Uh, I wanted to share something with you today, different than if you watched number 30. This is be episode 31. I was talking about the UN and how delusional they are, and wondering if people, I do, I don't know if other people do. Do you ever wonder, is there a group somewhere with this huge think tank that's figuring up all these changes? And it's not just, we used to call it fads, and that are different things that people went through. Now we're living in this generation that's woke and extreme and all these different things. But somewhere underneath all of that, there's more than just a bunch of people that are doing goofy things. There is a group of people that will tell you anything to get what they want. And we're in a political season right now. Remember that. The old saying, how can you tell if a lawyer's lying if his lips are moving? And no offense, lawyers, it's just an old joke. But the point is, it's the same way in this political field that we're living in today, in this scheme, because it's no longer Democrats and Republicans. It's no longer conservatives and liberals. It is literally good and evil. And I'm not talking pretend like everybody on either side is good or everybody's evil. But it's not flesh and blood that we wrestle against. It's principalities and powers and rulers of darkness in this world that rule in the heavenlies, and people follow suit. Back in the day when the children were coming through, the children of Israel, Moloch was established. He was a false god that if you sacrifice your baby to, you found favor. It's like Baal or Baal, whatever one you call him, the god of Baal. He was the god of fertility and brought rain and brought prosperity and all that. That's why Elijah, when he came, he said, it ain't going to rain. He told that devil and everybody around, it's not going to rain till I say it's going to rain. And so he had that battle, but the way that he conquered that battle was he didn't go directly and fight with the king. He knew Ahab, and Ahab knew him. But what he did, it was brought down to a fine point as Ahab and Jezebel tried to battle the prophet. And they had their own prophets. They had 450, I think they had two sets, 450 and 400. And it's amazing that it takes a symphony of prophets to try to tell the truth. I feel like kind of that way today, that we, where are the prophets that are trying to get word to the king and trying to get word to the president and his cabinet that you need to be thinking about more than politics. You need to be thinking about who's going to be God in America. Who is God in America? Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord. Not blessed is the political group who's sponsored by the Teamsters. That's all good. But blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord. When America, I was in Philadelphia not long ago and got to go to Constitution Hall and all that and see some of the historical things. And those men were not all, just great, terrific, wonderful Christian men. They had a lot of opinions. That's what's formed this nation, is opinions. But you can't have a lot of gods. You got to make your mind up. See, Solomon had 700 wives and 300 concubines. That was his downfall. That was not his help. He did it for political reasons. That he married all these different women from different places as kind of a détente. But it didn't work out because they brought their gods with them. It's like these illegal aliens that are coming into the country, these people that are coming. They're not just bringing hard work and sweat, they're bringing ideologies. They're bringing their gods with them. They're bringing Muhammad. They're bringing Buddha. They're bringing all these different foreign entities, and that where we have affected this country to the point that the Jews are the most hated people, not only in the world but in America as well. And I never heard that before in my life, but it's because the people in America that stand with the Jews, and if you don't, adhere to what I'm getting ready to say, then you need to, because the Bible said if we bless them, God would bless us. And so we can't turn our backs on them, and America can't. Why? Because I'm not talking, many of them are nasty, just like any other group. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the promises of God to Abraham, the promises of God to the Jew, and God will, it's like poking God in the eye when you poke them. There will never be a two-state solution. It'll never be divided. It's going to be just like it says in the Bible. You want to know what's going to happen? Look in the Bible. Let me try to show you this real quick. Elijah took the prophets of Ahab to Mount Carmel and had a contest with them. Whoever's God was God, let him be God, but let him prove it by fire. And 400 of them were in symphony. This is what bothers me. If you look in 1 Kings chapter 22, when Jehoshaphat and Ahab were about to make an allegiance, Jehoshaphat said, let's inquire of the Lord. Ahab sent for his prophet, 400 of them again. This symphony of people, that the more the merrier. It don't take 400 people. It doesn't take 400 people to tell the truth to somebody. When Naaman came to David and told David a story about a rich man and a poor man and a sheep, and the rich man took the poor man's sheep, and Naaman asked him, what should happen to such a man? He said he should be killed. David pronounced his own thing, because he was telling him the story about Bathsheba, about taking Uriah's wife, and he predicted his own future. And Naaman laid his finger on his chest, the king, illustrative point. He told him, you are the man. Where are the prophets that are talking to the government? Where are the prophets? See, the kings are not supposed to tell the prophets what to do. The prophets are supposed to tell the kings what to do. And you will see it. We know the prophets are coming. The prophets are coming from that'll be in the book of Revelation. Probably Moses and Elijah. Some people feel Enoch, but I don't. So there you go. So we haven't hit the iceberg yet, but the iceberg is in front of us. Sing your music, dance your dance, but understand, before long, people are going to be singing, nearer my God to thee.